A few years ago, I watched my daughter make a mistake with her campfire that perfectly illustrates why a lot of small business marketing fails. She got her first little flame going, got excited, and immediately dumped an armful of leaves and two big logs on top. Within minutes, the flame was completely smothered. And that's exactly what might be happening with your marketing right now. Hi, I'm Mike Schuster with FiddleSmart Marketing. And if you've left the corporate system to build a business of your own, this video could save you months of marketing frustration. So my daughter was so excited about her first flame, she thought, more fuel equals bigger fire, right? Makes perfect sense. But what happened? That flame got smothered, and we spent 20 minutes on our hands and knees, blowing and on barely glowing embers, trying to get it going again. And that's exactly what I see with business owners all the time. You start getting some marketing traction, maybe some LinkedIn engagement, a few networking connections, positive feedback on your content, and you think, great, now's the time to scale this up. So what happens? You try to be everywhere at once. You're doing daily LinkedIn posts, weekly newsletters, attending as many networking events as possible. You're posting on social media across multiple platforms, content creation and client follow-ups. And a lot of marketing advice encourages this. Be everywhere your customers are. Maximize your touch points. Create an omni-channel presence. But here's the thing. You're not a corporation with dedicated marketing teams. You're one person trying to do the work of multiple marketing specialists while also running your business. And just like my daughter's campfire, trying to do everything at once smothers your momentum instead of building it. So why does conventional advice fail? Well, the fundamental problem with a lot of marketing advice is that it assumes you have a corporate infrastructure. But as someone who left the corporate system to start your own business, you're working with completely different constraints. You're trying to deliver client services, manage operations, handle sales conversations, develop your expertise, and maintain some work-life balance. And when you spread your limited time across multiple marketing activities, none of them gets the sustained attention needed to actually build momentum. And you end up in an exhausting cycle. And what happens is predictable. Within a few weeks, your quality drops. You're posting just to post. Emails feel rushed. Everything becomes forced and inauthentic. Then your marketing flame dies out. And you're back to starting over. Sound familiar? Well, there's a better way. I call it the FAR process. Focus, act, refine, repeat. This is built on a fundamental principle. You actually accomplish more by focusing on fewer goals for longer periods than by juggling multiple goals simultaneously. Let's break down each element. Focus. Choose one marketing activity for the next 3 months. Not 5 activities, not 3 new activities, one. Now this might be client relationship building, LinkedIn networking, local networking with a systemic follow-up or systematic follow-up, content creation that develops expertise. Then act. And instead of leaving it as a vague commitment, define 1 to 3 specific measurable behaviors. So if LinkedIn is your focus, your behaviors might be post twice weekly, comment meaningfully on 5 posts daily, and send 3 strategic connection requests weekly. These actions become your leading indicators, those specific behaviors that you believe will drive the results. And then refine. After 13 weeks, which is about 3 months, dive deep and evaluate what's actually working. Then make adjustments based on real results, not what you think should work. This timeline will give you enough time to build momentum and see genuine patterns. And then repeat. Start the next cycle over again, either refining your approach or moving to the next highest impact activity for your business. Why does this work? Well, think about building a campfire properly. Small flames need gentle, consistent fuel, not big logs dumped on it all at once. Then as the fire gets established and establishes itself, then you can add bigger fuel. And promoting your business works the same way. When you do it in stages like this, you end up with sustainable intensity because you can bring focused energy to one area without burning out. You get skill development. 3 months of concentrated effort lets you actually get good at something. You're building relationships. Sustained presence brings real recognition and relationships that follow. You'll have measurable progress because clear metrics over sufficient time show you what actually moves the needle. And you're creating momentum because success in one area creates confidence, and you have a system now so that you can work on other areas later. I know what you're thinking, but Mike, won't I miss opportunities by not being everywhere? Here's the thing I've learned after helping other business owners. Entrepreneurs who focus deeply on one area for extended periods will outperform those trying to manage multiple marketing activities simultaneously. You're not limiting potential by focusing. You're actually creating the foundation for sustainable growth because as you get something working and part of your daily routine through focused activity, that becomes a part of your normal everyday operating procedure. Then you can build upon that by layering in the next most highest impact activity and potentially refining over time to keep taking out the things that are no longer producing. So how do you actually do this? Well, if you recognize yourself in this pattern or this is something that speaks to you and you want to give it a shot, here's how to start. First, list out all of your current marketing activities. Write down everything you're trying to maintain now. And 2, identify your highest impact area. What single activity would make the biggest difference for your business in the next 3 months? Or think of it this way. If there was only one thing you could do to change the impact of how you promote your business, what would it be? Then, once you've identified that, define measurable behaviors. What 2 to 3 specific actions can you take weekly? Then give yourself a chart with check marks just to keep track of whether or not you're doing it. And then set your evaluation date. When will you actually assess the results? After 13 weeks. And last, put other activities on pause. This is the hardest part, but it's essential for creating focus because the more things that you try to accomplish at the exact same time, the less you'll actually accomplish above and beyond your daily normal operating activities. As someone who's left the corporate system, you're used to managing multiple priorities. And focusing on one area might make you feel insufficient. But remember, a well-tended campfire draws people in naturally and burns sustainably without constant feeding. Your marketing and how you promote your business can work the same way. The bottom line, stop trying to be everywhere at once. Pick your one marketing focus area for the next 3 months. Define the specific actions and behaviors you're going to take to get to that result. And then give it the sustained attention it needs to build real momentum. If you're feeling overwhelmed trying to figure out which area to focus on first, or you want help identifying your highest impact next marketing move, I offer a free 60-minute Now What clarity session. We'll look at your specific situation and help you determine exactly where to focus your energy next for the biggest impact for your business. You can book that session at the link in the description below. And if this approach resonates with you, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I release new videos every month helping corporate escapees build sustainable, values-aligned marketing that helps them clarify their message, simplify their approach, and amplify your impact. And then drop a comment below. I'd love to know what's the one marketing area you're going to focus on for the next 3 months. I read every comment and I reply personally. And I'll see you on the next video.